What is going on? Back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking back at these standings. With the trade deadline coming up, we can kind of see where some of these teams are at. Obviously, a lot of trades have been going down, so I'm not going to cover all of them in this video, but we will show a couple of them on screen. But let's go over these standings first. Starting with the American League, obviously the division winners are still basically kind of the same. It's still the Blue Jays, Tigers, Astros right now. The Blue Jays have been playing some really good baseball. The Tigers really haven't. They haven't really won a lot of games. You know, they're 2-8 in their last 10. I think they're even worse looking back towards the All-Star break. They haven't really been good coming off the break, which might be a little bit concerning. I mean, they're still going to win that division, I think. They still got like a 10-game lead, so I think they're going to be good. But yeah, definitely weird from that team so far. Astros are still fine. They're still playing good baseball. They have lost their last 4 in a row, so hopefully they can turn that around because Seattle slowly catching up, but both teams haven't really been playing that well. That's kind of our 3 division winners right now, currently playing some solid baseball. Now, then we go to the AL wildcard with the Yankees, Red Sox, Mariners, and Rangers are here. The Rangers have completely turned this around. They're currently 9-1 in their last 10. Ever since coming back from that break from the All-Star game, they've been phenomenal, playing some really solid baseball. We'll see. This team really just needed to hit, and they were really fine because they had all the pitching metrics. They had like one of the best pitching staffs in the league. All their guys were playing really good. I really thought Nathan Eovaldi was going to get in the All-Star game, but kind of got snubbed. So it is what it is. But all of them have been playing extremely well. They just needed to hit, and they finally kind of figured that part out. So that's good for the Rangers. We'll see if they can keep it up as they kind of push back towards the postseason. It'd be really cool to see them back. They're currently tied with Seattle right now, who's been playing okay baseball. 5-5 in their last 10. They've been playing okay. The Red Sox once again have been playing okay. 5-5 in the last 10. And the Yankees also really have not been playing the best. They're currently 4-6 in their last 10, but haven't won a lot of games since the break. So they're definitely a little bit concerning, but a lot of teams have been playing pretty mid, I'm not going to lie, except really the Blue Jays and Rangers have been playing really good baseball. So those are kind of your 7 teams currently in the postseason right now. We can take a look at the outskirts that the Rays are currently 500, and they just made some trades, but they're 3-7 in their last 10 on a 4-game losing streak right now. So you know, they had a shot to be in the postseason, but I think they kind of blew it leading up towards the All-Star game, and especially now, they haven't really been playing the best baseball. And then I think from the Rays and down, I was safe to say everyone's out from there. I know it's only 3.5, 4 games, but I feel like everyone else is out from Cleveland down, in my opinion. I want to see what your guys thoughts about this, but I feel like these teams are out. Unless you go on like a crazy win streak or something like that, I feel like you're just not going to get in, to be honest, especially if you're not winning series. I would list all these teams out being the Guardians, Royals, Angels, Twins, Orioles, A's, and White Sox, in my opinion. So that's how our American League's looking. I think a lot of these teams are going to be, interesting at the deadline. A lot of these teams can make some splashes. I mean, we've seen that with Seattle already with Josh Naylor. The Yankees have made some splashes with Ryan McMahon and Rosario as well, so we'll see how they do. We'll see if they make any more moves, but we'll see if the other teams make any more moves because we haven't heard anything from the division winners. We haven't heard anything from the Rangers yet, so really be interesting to see if they make some moves. But let's go over to the National League now. Now, looking over this National League, it's, once again, when we checked out the National League, the 5 teams are a lock, right? I think we can all say the Cubs, Brewers, Mets, Dodgers, and Phillies are all a lock. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. I mean, these teams are just playing way better than the rest right now. That's why I think these teams are locked. They're really just fighting for what seed they're going to be. Who's going to win a division? What seed are these teams going to be? I know the Cubs and Brewers have a big 3-game series coming up, so that will definitely be one to watch. And then the Phillies, Mets still fighting for their division. The Dodgers should be fine. The Padres are 4 out, but I think they should be okay, in my opinion. But I think for the National League, it's really who's going to get that last spot. And it's kind of a 3-4 team race, you could say, between the Padres, Reds, Giants, Cardinals. I would say Arizona's out as soon as they made those trades and they started to lose series, and they're 5-5 in the last 10. 4 games under. I don't think they got a shot anymore. As well as the Marlins, Braves, Pirates, Nationals, and Rockies are all out of it at this point. Cardinals and up, I would say everyone's still in. So yeah, it's really what comes down to is who do you guys think is going to get that 6th spot between the Padres, Reds, Giants, and Cardinals? In my opinion, I would love to see the Reds get it because they haven't been in the postseason in quite some time. But realistically, the Padres will probably get it, in my opinion. We can take a look at these 2 teams. I mean, the Padres are 5-5 in their last 10, currently on a 2-game win streak, and the Reds are 7-3, and they're on a 4-game winning streak. So they're definitely playing good baseball. They're definitely been playing solid, but both teams have a really tough series. The Padres got to play the Mets, and the Reds got to play the Dodgers. That's not going to be easy. But the Dodgers have also been struggling, so maybe that will help the Reds a little bit out. But then the Giants and Cardinals, it's going to be hard to see if those teams get in, but you never know with these squads. I mean, they just haven't been playing good, though. The Giants are 2-8 in their last 10, and the Cardinals are 3-7 in their last 10. Haven't been able to win series. So not really the best from those two teams either. So we'll see what happens. But I, once again, would probably say from the Cardinals and up is, probably the battle you have. So you got about 9 teams in the NL that probably have a shot, if I wanted to say that. And then in the American League, you probably have about 8 teams that have a shot. So you can definitely see it changing as we slowly get to the end of the season. Slowly you get playing more and more games. We're slowly going to get past that 110, 120 mark very soon of games played. So you're definitely going to start to see these stories develop a little bit moving forward. And I also want to take a look at the deadline as it currently stands. Obviously, when this video comes out, there might be a lot more trades that happen, right? Because it always changes. But there's been a couple more. Obviously, the Brewers just picked up Danny Jansen from the Rays, which is a definitely interesting trade. The Tigers get more help with the Twins. Interesting division trade there. Those division trades, always pretty interesting to me that teams like to do that a lot of the time, but it is what it is. The Twins are kind of out of it anyway, so maybe that's it. We'll see if the Braves can turn around Carlos Carrasco and Eric Freddie. I think those are pretty interesting for the Braves because this year is kind of a wash for them. So we'll see if they could turn around, right, in the next season in 2026, which I think they will. I think the season was just a really bad start, and they really never got to recover. They also suffered a lot of injuries as well. Their whole pitching staff is currently on the IL right now, so not looking good from them. We already talked about the Yankee trades with McMahon and Rizard already. The Royals picked up Randall Grichuk from the Diamondbacks, which was interesting. We talked about the trade with Naylor with Seattle. The Mets pick up Gregory Soto from the Orioles, which was pretty interesting. So we're already seeing a lot of trades happen already throughout this whole deadline. And obviously the Phillies, did sign David Robertson, so he was another piece for their bullpen as well. So those are some of the major trades that obviously took place so far, but there will obviously be a lot more moving forward. But with that being said, what are you guys' thoughts on the whole standings outlook so far, and what are you guys' thoughts on this trade deadline? Obviously, we're going to be live Thursday covering the last 3 hours of the trade deadline. So if you guys want to be there for there, it's going to be a live stream on the YouTube channel. So just make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to be there for that stream, because we're going to be breaking down all the trades and kind of where they slot into the respective teams and everything like that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what's your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.